Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Heroclix Syndicate. I'm your host, Tristan Halverson, and I've got my co host here,
I'm Ethan Davis.
and we have a special guest as well with us here, coming in from his car.
Hello, pickup. Thank you very much, Tristan. It's great to be here. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Your ears don't deceive you. It is I, Kalder Ness, host of Dial H for Heroclix, and I'm happy to be joining the fellas here on the Heroclix Syndicate.
Let's get into it.
So if you're looking for emotional satisfaction, my advice to you is to seek professional HeroClix help. At least 6 people think I am funny.
So, we just saw some new stuff from Time Masters, right?
Masters of Time, the DC set.
Masters of Time. I mean, like, what were your all's general thoughts on that?
I'll start. I haven't looked at it too closely, but I did see I think it's called Bat Walker, the big Jurassic Batman.
Yeah.
I was a I looked at it and I was a little sad, honestly, because I want more Kong level characters from 2x2s. That's how I think most 2x2s should be. They should be like meta, very instant meta. I looked at him and I was like, maybe I'm just underselling him, but I wasn't super excited. And then I mean, Beast Boy was super cool though, because he has like a shifting
I don't
focus
think you're
almost.
necessarily underselling old Bat Walker, Texas Ranger. His split lines leave a lot to be desired. I think they all end up being a click or two, a bit too short for what the points are on his different starting lines. I like his effects. I just don't love the point value, is all it is. I also have to
Yeah.
disagree in saying that every Colossal we expect to be Kong.
No,
I don't
no.
think they should be bad, but they certainly should not be that good.
Okay. Not necessarily like what Kong can do, but I mean like how Onslaught had really cool stuff he could do. Onslaught and Kong, when people say good colossals to me, that's what I think of. I don't like retail figures, so figures that do a lot by themselves are really cool. Batwalker like kind of
Okay.
tries to, but he has to attack first to be able to Quake is free, which is not as cool. Like if he could just 8 speed move then Quake, that'd be pretty cool. But
I agree. If he had the, what was it called during AI? Mass destruction, I believe is what it was.
mm,
That ability where once they just moved, they could
yeah.
quake. But still, he gets two attacks off, which I don't hate at all, especially when he has running shot. And then he's able to Giant Reach 3 still and
Okay.
Quake. I think that's pretty cool. I do like the idea that he has solved Giants having stealth, that he only needs to occupy one square
Yeah,
of hindering to get stealth.
that
But
is
yes,
nice.
he is still a little overcosted in most regards. I like aspects of him a lot, and he looks beautiful. But yes, as far as his effectiveness goes, as far as his staying power and offense, it's
Mm,
nowhere near the level of Kong.
I mean,
well,
he
yeah, go
just
ahead,
dies
Tristan.
too fast, in my opinion. For 50 points, having only toughness is like, I don't know. 4 clicks
But also,
toughness, 50 points.
we might just have to see what the rest of the team does, what the rest of the Jurassic League does. Could be a,
Ooh,
who was it? Patriot? He had a whole living legend ability for the rest of the Young Avengers, so there might be something like that. There may be some other effects that maybe playing the rest of the Jurassic League will help out Bat Thor here. Or Bat Walker, excuse me.
no, I'm looking at it a little more. I think I did immediately sell him too short because I'm looking at his keywords and just like thinking about some other game elements. He has brute and past. So past means you can have him on a theme team with like time breakers and then just launch him across the map and then just attack twice. But brute you can do stuff with the A60 swap, like with Dark Phoenix, so you can get more move. But also I actually really like that he gives out the stealth, and he has Batman ally, so he just has stealth. But if you play that with, I think it's the Page of Pentacles, the one that just says if you have stealth, place this character like 6 squares away in a square of hindering. I actually really like that he can just give everyone stealth. That's actually kind of cool. But, yeah. He does die pretty. He does die kind of easily.
Yeah, and then one of the main problems that I really saw with him is you can't really double Quake with him if you're, too far away, because you have to charge. Quake is free, and then if you hit that, you can't use his trait because you already Quaked is free. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like I would have liked him to have a different attack power.
Yeah. It's a little sad he doesn't have super strength. Like, I get it's supposed to be like a Batman figure, kind of, and he doesn't typically have super strength. But I don't know. I just think all Colossals and Giants should have traded super senses, like as part of Great Size. I think
Super
they should just
strength, you
have.
mean? You said
Yeah,
senses.
sorry, strength, not senses. That would be scary. I think they should all just have super strength. But
Right.
yeah, that's kind of sad.
I
now
agree
you
with that.
point out.
I mean, it just feels weird when a character that's supposed to be like this giant thing can't pick up, whatever, like a flaming barrel or whatever, a 1x1 blocking
Yeah.
is,
Right.
or like a ladder.
Uh,
They can't pick up a ladder.
hmm.
you know.
Yeah, that is weird. But you know what's good about this? Let- Let's just say he's the worst Colossal, right? Like he's the worst one by far. Like no one will ever play him. What that means is he's cheap and he looks awesome. So that means I'll be able to collect more of them.
There you go.
That's the upside.
I
That's
think
what
the
we want.
strongest thing about the Jurassic League, just no matter what, is going to be the sculpts. Even if their
Oh,
dials
yeah.
are insane, all the sculpts look so great, and I can't wait to have a nice display of them on my shelf.
I mean, yeah. No,
That's
I
true.
totally agree with that. Even if they're all actually awful, I think that makes it way easier to collect them. Which on like one hand, I'm sad they're not meta and I don't get to play super cool like Batman figure, like Bat Walker, but also like I don't have to sell out my soul and Calder's left kidney to be able to afford one of these.
Wow.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think
I wouldn't use my own kidney, but
almost all the sculpts will be great, except for the Superman lizard. I don't even. What animal is that supposed to be?
I don't know.
It's like a Drosophilus. It's one of those, I think, that's got
Oh,
It just looks like a blue guy.
I didn't realize
He looks
Calder was a
bald.
nerd like that.
Yeah.
He looks bald. It's really funny.
You
It's
just know your
like,
dinosaurs, Calder? Good job.
like.
I went through my dinosaur phase like everybody else did. I just remembered them a little bit better.
Yeah. I don't know. I just got the comic line, the first 4. I'm still trying to find the last 2. And I read the first one, and I saw Superman. I'm like, what is this? He looks so goofy.
Ew, what is that? Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah.
He does look really goofy, but I do highly recommend this comic book for anybody that kind of wants to, for the most part, shut their brain off and just have a good time reading a funny book. Because the fight scenes in that and the art are like the best part of Jurassic League. It's really fun.
Oh, yeah.
I also really just enjoy the designs of all the characters.
I mean, I really like him, too. I think Joker Zord is kind of weird looking, too. But it's
He's a
kind of
little
funny.
freaky. I think it works for him
Yeah.
versus Superman being bald.
Superman just...
Oh,
yeah.
It's not right.
Yeah, no hair curl, no little curl.
Yeah.
But anyways, we also got to see what else. There was a Superman, a main set Superman.
Yeah, main set Superman, Batman, another Batman, an uncommon Batman, and a Beast Boy, I think is all we saw.
And then we got, so what do you guys think of
2x2
Batman?
Beast.
We saw Batman's entire dial. He has a unique take on shifting focus, where it looks like you can either shift at the beginning of your turn or heal a click. And then he's just got like nothing but flurry. It's kind of wild.
I love this a lot more than shifting focus. This feels a lot better to me, at least. Well, actually, hold on. Have you seen his stat line?
Even
a
though it's
7,
not
12,
any
19,
time
3.
during. Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
don't
he
have
has
him
a-
right in front of me. That's
No,
wild.
yeah, he has a 19 in defense, like 19 in
Wow.
19 in vulnerability for 60 points. Crazy,
Okay.
like if you can swap, like if you're playing sealed and you get one that has a movement ability, and then you get based, and then you swap him in and you get that flurry. I think that's the idea.
I think that's got to be part of the game balance, right? He doesn't have charge flurry himself. He just has flurry.
Yeah.
You've got to kind of use, I'm curious
Right.
to see what the other Batmen do, but this is a really strong starting point. I like him.
I'm also interested to see, like, if the other Batman shifting focus, like the secondary effect, will be different than just heal one click. I think that could be interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. It might not all be the same.
Like, one of them might be, I don't know, remove an action token, or remove an action token from an adjacent friendly or something. I
That's
think
fair.
remove an action token on its own would probably be, like, too much. I don't know, it depends on what else it does.
I mean, it'd be basically just you never get action, and that's kind of insane. But
Yeah.
I like this version of shifting focus a lot more. I think between like the Doom swap, which was once at the beginning of the game, and like MOE, and then this, I like this the most because you still get a lot of versatility because you can swap. You just have to like, you can't go. It's not like with A60 swap where you can go, okay, I'm going to use Iron Inquisitor's Perplex and yada yada to Alpha Strike, and then I'm going to swap out to someone else after the strike, like, and still get a ton of benefit. You have to like pick and then you stick with it. I like that a lot more. It doesn't feel as bad as the Doom swap where it's, well, especially when it came out, it was bad, or it wasn't bad. It felt bad to me, but you get to actually have versatility with it, and it's not like oppressive like A60 can feel.
Right.
It's just like, oh, they do so much. It's obnoxious.
Well, it depends what all the rest of these Batmen do, but I do agree with you that limiting it to the beginning of your turn choice versus any point in time throughout your turn does help it.
I mean, what's really interesting to me is just seeing how they decide to change things to try and balance them. Like, we saw them do this with Goblin King, where they switched to at the beginning of your turn, you choose powers. And now
Yeah.
they're doing it to, shifting focus. So,
Well, with Gavin King, they did switch it back. But
yeah. That's what I was going to say. I wonder if they'll switch shifting focus back. Like, if this will just be too bad. But I guess we'll see.
I don't know. I don't think it is because I think beginning of the game effects are really strong, especially because I like this because one, it gives you more sideline stuff, which is cool
Yeah.
because you actually are playing a figure in your force. So it's not just free. But like beginning of the game effects, like Sackman or not game turn. Sackman had a beginning of the turn effect, and he was insane. He was phenomenal. Like I think if just the versatility you still get from it, I think depending on what the other ones do, I think it'll be amazing.
Right.
I just like the versatility because there's sometimes where I don't want to shift. So I like that it's not just a dead trait whenever I don't want to switch him out, where I get to heal him or something. And if each one is a heal, I think that's fine. If each Batman does something different, I think that's fine too. But I like, again, options are really good. And sometimes when your best option is just to stay where you are, it feels nice to be rewarded for that versus be penalized for not shifting. So I like that.
Yeah.
I also like that he can just, like, keep making attacks if he keeps KOing figs.
Yeah.
Because it's not like a free action or anything. It's
Yeah, he just keeps
makes
doing
another.
it. I'm doing the math on that. He can just he can make so many. Like obviously he can make a lot of attacks, and he has pretty high attack values at the start, so probably will. But if he's on like click 5 at the beginning of your turn, you can heal him 1. He KOs. He steal energies, goes to click 3, and he can just heal to full like in one action.
Here's a question. I don't know if it'll ever really matter, but like if I give him Star Sapphire Ring to give him Mystics, and the Mystic kills an opposing character, does that count as him killing them? And if it does he get to make the attack? That's just something I'm curious about. I don't know how that would actually play out, but
It doesn't seem like that should be the case, but I don't know off the top of my head.
right.
I don't know. I remember people talking about. I remember seeing a lot of like discourse about whether or not you can attack outside of your turn on Facebook.
Right. I saw that with
didn't
Beast and Mojo.
Beast, Mojo, I think even Kate Bishop, the new one, the drive-by one.
Right.
I've been seeing that with them, but I never really saw a definitive answer, and I don't care enough to look. But
I mean, it probably won't matter, but
yeah. I think it's funny that you get benefit, or not funny. I like his trait where if he didn't begin game or beginning the turn on the map, he gets a benefit. He can just generate smoke cloud in his square.
Oh yeah. So you get something if you do shift or if you don't shift.
Yeah,
I assume all the Batmen will have something like that.
probably.
Right.
I mean, it's smoke cloud, so he can use his Batman ally, but I feel like it could have just been smoke cloud as free almost. Probably would have been fine. But I really like this Batman. Not hating at all.
I mean, I really like him, other than 60 points, but he has nice stats for 60 points at least, you know?
Yeah. We'll just have to see what the other ones are and what rarity they are.
Yeah.
Do we want to just look at the Superman now? Cool. We'll look at the Superman. All right. He has a trait and a special defense power that he has for 2 clicks. His trait is Time Masters. Yo, is that a reference to the set? It's probability control when he uses it, and an opposing character misses all targets after resolutions. Remove an action token from a friendly character with the future or past keyword.
I assume that's going to be like a shared trait throughout the set a bunch, you know?
Probably. It's a
I
cool
would
trait.
assume so. That's it. It feels
Go
very generic enough that it's like this is probably a shared trait kind of a deal.
Yeah.
It's a very simple dial though. It's Superman, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, this is the cool Superman though. The one with hyper time.
I'm so glad they're bringing Hyper Time
yeah.
back.
Tell me right now, what does Hyper Time do? Right now, what
Okay.
does Hyper Time
When an opposing character would
He's reading
move...
it, bro.
No, I'm not. This is from my brain. When an opposing character would move from a non-adjacent square into an adjacent square, I think once per turn, they roll a d6 on a 1 or 2. They can't do that?
It's not once per turn, and it's only an opposing character who doesn't have the TA.
Oh.
And then on a 1 or 2, they can't
uncomfortable.
move into any square adjacent to this
You
character
got
this turn.
you got the bulk of it right though. I mean, for the most
and it's
part,
But yeah,
uncomfortable.
good.
I mean, you got the main
How
idea.
could I forget? I mean, I played a lot of Oz, so it came up a few times, but it never came up.
It is actually really good in my opinion, but
It is a good TA.
It's a great team ability.
I wish they would have changed it, like how they've been changing like JSA and Avengers. Like I wish they would have just made it different.
Why?
That-
It's so good.
But they could have just made it better because it's so wordy.
It's already. Oh, okay, I see what you
mean-
mean. Sure, they could have cleaned up the text.
previously, did it say that an opposing character that can't use this team ability?
Yeah, it did.
Okay. I don't know if they added that, and I'm like, does that mean they're adding a bunch of hyper time pieces?
That does seem kind of unnecessary when there are just so few hyper time pieces to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's only 15. There are
Yeah.
16,
Ever?
including the Superman. Yeah. And at least according to HC units, there's only 16 hyper time
No,
figures.
one of those is 2 dials, I think. Like a A and B dial? Or no, never mind. That's HC
Oh,
Realms
yeah.
does that.
One is the Batcave, and the other's the Bat. One's the Bat. Oh no, wait, no, sorry. One's the Batcave computer. The other one's Batcave Alfred.
Okay.
So
So that is
weird.
two, I would say that's 2 separate things, probably.
yeah, very few
Ish.
figures have it, and the only ones that I like know of are Super Doom and Oz. So
Right.
Those are the only ones that I think they came out with hyper time in my entire Heroclix career. I think those are the only 2 that I remember anyway. So I agree.
I mean, it's so funny because I like playing Super Doom a lot. Ethan liked playing Oz a lot, so we got to see it more than we
Yeah.
probably should have.
that's the only reason why I even know that the TA exists, because you played Super Doom against me all the time.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about trick arrows coming back? To me, it seems very natural. We got them for Marvel. Let's get some for DC. I hope there's some fun effects. I hope it's
Are we getting trick arrows for DC?
Yep.
We are getting trick
Oh,
arrows.
really?
It was in a little. We didn't see a picture of them, but we saw a little written paragraph saying trick arrows are going to come back. I don't know if it really confirms anything. I only glazed over it really quickly, but I can probably assume that means we're going to get a green arrow in the set.
Well,
Hopefully, like a boxing glove arrow, something wacky, you know.
yeah, more than likely. That's cool. I wonder if they'll work together. Like, I wonder if you'll be able to just pick any of them.
I think it said you could.
I hope so.
I don't know
I
for
didn't
sure.
read that. I did not know that was a thing, but that's really cool.
I also saw it,
No.
and I just glanced over it like Calder did, though. So,
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I'm reading right now actually.
okay. I just hope that they put enough trick arrows in there where you can still like play it on
They
its
will
own.
work
Because I
from they
never got
will
the
work
first
from other
one.
sets.
I never got the ones from the last set.
You need to get your hands on some.
You
They're,
need like 3 of them, don't you?
I mean,
You
like,
can the max amount you can probably have is
yeah.
like 3 of them, so you can use 3 of
So
one
you can use
card if you
3
Yeah.
want
big
to.
arrow. So you can use 3 big
Yeah.
Yeah.
arrow.
Oh, hey,
Yeah,
my
menace.
second card I'll flip. What is it? Big arrow.
Who would have guessed? But yeah. I mean, I guess technically, yeah, you should like best case scenario
I have
3 is not bad,
a
but yeah.
great little trick arrow quip that happened to me in Adepticon. Because after I'd played enough Super Seals, I kind of understood that everybody goes like electrical, big, and too dangerous like every
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
And so I was playing against Manny Kinks, and he had trick arrows, and he had a team far superior to mine in this Super Seal. He just pulled way better. And I just go, you're not going to play the putty arrow. You're not going to use the putty arrow. You won't. You won't. And then sure enough, he actually did use the putty arrow purely because I said he wasn't going to, and it actually helped him, which is hilarious.
What does a putty arrow even do? Like, gives you immobile or
You
something?
get to make you make like 4 smoke cloud markers, and then they have to roll breakaway as if they're adjacent to you.
Oh. Bro.
It's a fine effect, but it's not a free attack, so people
Yeah.
usually
I
don't
mean,
choose it.
It's really funny about
Situational.
plasticity, I suppose.
Yeah. So I actually really like the trick arrows. I wish this is something I just wish WizKids would be like. I like that they're adding more of them. It makes sense. I've seen some people that aren't super happy about them because they are like, I would have rather just had a bunch of equipment in the set instead of one equipment that can like kind of be a bunch of different types of equipment. But something I wish they would do more often, like they don't really do this, they have done it, is go back and errata old figures or older figures to have certain keywords when they make a new one. Like, I wish they would have gone back and gave Hawkeye Marksman.
When have they ever errated a figure to give it a keyword?
So, I know this off the top of my head. The answer is with Codex. They went back just randomly one day. I was looking at the win, and they had gone back and just errated every Venom character, like, ever, and given it Codex. This was, like, years ago.
Yeah.
Like,
I might have to see that with my own eyes.
Yeah,
that
they went
that
back.
seems a little wild.
I think that's actually true. 'Cause I remember hearing about that. And then they didn't give him
Okay.
whatever the new thing is.
Symbiote.
Yeah, they didn't
Yeah.
give him symbiote, though. That's the sad bit.
Which that is very odd to me that they would retroactively add a keyword, just because there were so many times like Daredevil Legacy. I think another well-known one is the title character Deadpool, Merc with the Mouth. Like these figures clearly have the wrong keywords, and they've never errated those figures. So errating all the Venoms to have Codex, I don't know. I can't believe that. If it happened, then by all means, I guess it happened, but it's not in the track record, I guess. It doesn't seem like it's possible.
I'm trying to find if I can find it right now, but
But
Besides the point, though,
Yeah.
it just seems, it seems a little
that's
catfish.
that's something I wish WizKids would do more. Like when they make new keywords,
Oh.
like just give it to the character that should have it. Like I get not going back through every Golden Age figure ever and then adding it, but at least modern ones. I know they have a lot of work to do, but that'd be something nice, and I would appreciate it. Aside from that, the Superman's kind of lackluster. The Time Master's trait's cool. I don't really like that you have to miss every target, but he also
Keep it there.
It's fair. It's fair.
yeah.
But I mean, traded prob, I'm not like it's nice, but I don't feel like the remove a token is gonna come up terribly often.
I mean, I really don't like effects in general that are like, okay, if this effect is making you win the game, you're gonna just get an advantage now. like snowball effects like that.
Mm.
Because it's if they miss, then you get an extra token off, which can be really big for your team. But they're already
Okay,
missing their
so that's
attack.
if you're right. So it's more so a band-aid kind of effect where it's like, you're doing bad, but here you go, you're not doing as bad.
No, it's an opposing character misses all their targets.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Like if it was
I
your
don't have
own
the right in front of
character,
me.
I'd like that, 100%.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought it was. Don't have it in front of me. I'm driving.
Right. Yeah, it's when he uses it and an opposing character misses all targets, then you remove an action token from a friendly character with a future or past.
Sure. It's a negative reinforcement, in fact, versus a positive reinforcement. Kind of beats up on the guy that's already losing. I see what you mean.
And I just don't like effects that are like that in general. Like Sky Tyrant does, another snowball effect. Oh, you killed some of their figures? Okay, Sky Tyrant just can't die now. It just like snowballs you into winning after you already start winning.
That's fair.
I've played Sky Tyrant a lot, and I can say that's how it feels.
Yeah.
But, I mean, this Superman, he also has a 19 opening. He's defending Vuln with a 19, so just it's kind of weird seeing 19s on just like a common.
I mean, he is what, 85 points
I
or 65? I can't tell off the picture that I have.
It's 85. They're posted on HC units right now.
Oh, on HC units, okay.
The only sad part about the HC units one is this Beast Boy. In the picture Clay Wood had at least, he doesn't have the point value. Oh yeah, in the article they cover up the point value deliberately.
Yeah. I was gonna talk about that too.
Oh, interesting.
Like,
I mean,
why?
it looks like 3 distinct lines when you look at it, because he has a special power, no special power, special power again.
I mean, if it's 3 lines, I don't know why you would play it at the middle one, because you just don't get your speed power.
The only reason I can think is like the low one is like 50 and the high one's being like 70, and it's like, maybe. But
I mean, yeah, but then you just don't get Charge Flurry then. I think it's better to have Charge Flurry. I could see it being 2 lines.
yeah,
I think.
I mean,
or 1.
this Beast Boy, Tristan, do you think you're gonna play this Beast Boy? He has your favorite team ability, Outsiders.
Oh, actually, Outsiders is such a good TA. Hold on, I'm trying to look at the card real quick. Yeah, you only see 1 line on the card. There's no other like lines on the card. They could have edited it, of course. But there's only the top point line.
I mean, if it's only 1 point line,
I'm fine with that.
That's fine if it's only 1 point line. He has invincible, shape change, 19. I hope he's not terribly expensive, because a 19 isn't super great.
I mean, 12 for 4, guaranteed 3 damage on both characters, maybe higher because you're rolling blades. And then you're also going to flurry that. I mean, if you hit both the attacks, it's 12 damage off total.
Yeah, because his special attack is blades, but he may use it to target up to 2 characters and rolls a separate d6 for each hit character.
And then he has Charge Flurry.
Yeah, it's a speed power, which I think is really cool.
Yeah.
I like that they're doing the multi-target blades again, because there are a few characters that have that ability, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. I like that they're trying it again. That's cool.
I mean, it makes sense for, a dinosaur. That's huge.
Does it make sense?
He's going to chomp both of them at once.
You're going to chomp both of them? Is that the idea?
It's called
chomp. How is he chomping at 2 people at once? I don't see it.
He's a
got a big mouth.
giant dinosaur. That's
I don't know. Chomping at 2 separate people. Like the way it seems to me is he's chomping at 2 separate people. It doesn't make sense.
That is technically how it would work, I guess. Like game mechanics wise, having to target both of them and then try to hit both of them.
Okay.
Right? So it's like if you went to chomp both of them, then you miss one. Did you just glance off your big old dinosaur head and then just chomp one guy?
Well, Kalder, you're the dinosaur expert here, so tell us, can T-Rex chomp 2 people at once?
I think yes. A T-Rex could.
Well,
I think their mouth is big enough for that.
Maybe it's like he's chomping one, tail swiping the other, and they just like.
It's called chomp.
With blades?
Yeah, with blades. With blades.
With blades, his tail has a knife.
He's not a.
You don't know. You don't know what his tail has. It could be
like Stegosaurus that has a
Ugh, I'm looking at his tail. It kind of just
spiky
looks
tail.
like
Yeah, that's
his
Stegosaurus.
tail is just like really thick and long. It's almost like when you like roll Play-Doh together, and it's just like that worm almost. That's kind of what his tail looks
What
like.
the heck?
I mean, yeah. I really like the flavor text on his speed power too, because I just think it's really funny to imagine him saying it. It's Titans, go prehistoric on them. Like
Oh
I
my
imagine him
god.
yelling that, turning into a dinosaur, and just charge flurrying somebody.
That's really funny, actually. I love that.
Let's go prehistoric on a fool.
Well, that makes me wonder because they gave Superman a common the hyper time, but none of these other figures have it, from what we've seen.
Well, they are not a master of time. They're not a time travel-y boy, right? I think that's the idea.
I guess.
I mean, it looks like they're
I
bringing
guess.
back just obscure TAs because they have outsiders, they have hyper time, you know.
Crazy Jane had outsiders, and like
Who
Robot
in their
Man.
life has played Crazy Jane? Not you.
Uh,
I
I
built
had
teams with her on it.
I
wait,
know. I really wanted her to be
Mr.
like
White.
meta. She's so good,
Mission Point teams play them
especially
because
when
she can
Sackman was out here.
get healed.
Oh, I did play her on a Mission Point team when Watcher rotated.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, because she can get healed by Indigo. Like
But yes, all the Doom Patrol from Batman Team Up did have outsiders, which is not the last DC set, but I mean, in modern.
the best DC set.
I mean, I kind of agree with you. Well, not, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Maybe I do say the best overall. I do love that set.
Ugh, I hope they just don't rotate it. That's what I want. I don't care if they don't
Well,
rotate Spider-Man. I can live with Spider-Man. I don't know if I can not have some of the silly Batman team up stuff we have.
I think they're gonna rotate it, but
Oh, I love the Scooby Gang and whatnot. They're so fun.
it's only got however many months left.
4 months now. Yeah.
That is
Ugh.
true. We're almost out of here.
That's truly sad. But Beast Boy's stop click here is stop when this is first revealed. You may replace Beast Boy with a character named Beast Boy on their last non-KO click. So almost like a shifting focus, but I also like the idea that he's turning into a different animal when that happens.
I like the idea that you replace him with the shape change super senses Beast Boy and just go, okay, have fun. Because that one also has regen, and then you can regen him up.
Shape change to which Beast Boy?
It's from the starter set in Batman Team Up, and whatever they call him now.
Oh, I suppose. Yeah, I know which one.
It's
Yeah,
kinda funny.
I'm pulling it up. His Blades regen, Steel Energy, Flurry, Super Senses, Shape Change. That's super funny, actually.
Yeah.
See, but now that here's another reason why they can't rotate. All of the Beast Boys are in Batman Team Up.
Yeah, that's gonna come out before that though. Before that
I'm
rotates. I mean,
I'm
it's
sure
slowly.
this means there's got to be another Beast Boy in the set,
Oh,
right?
No,
Yeah.
they'll give him what is it? The Swamp Thing treatment, where it's just they release him and then immediately rotate the characters that work with him, so he just doesn't function.
You know what's really weird? I guess we can't see it. I was gonna say, yeah, if he's not unique, you can replace him with himself technically.
Oh, that's pretty funy.
It doesn't. I don't think it does
It was supposed
anything.
to be on his last click
Oh,
though. So
it-
yeah.
No,
And
it would.
Mephistos.
It Mephistos, but it'd also trigger his stop click and force the next person. So you could keep doing it.
That's kind of funny.
I don't think
Oh,
characters that once they go to your sideline are technically. I don't think they count as new characters, but if they do, then you could make an infinite with it by just constantly revealing them.
Oh no.
That'd be so fun to do.
No, I
Not
did
the
think it'd be
Beast
cool
Boy
with Mephisto
duet.
though.
No, it wouldn't work either way because unless you have something that does like damage or healing, like with Mephisto, for example.
I mean, it's
Pointless.
when this click is first revealed, and
Yeah.
I think it still counts as having been revealed if they hit your sideline and then go back on them.
Yeah, pointless infinite.
So you couldn't do
There's
it then.
Yeah, you can't do pointless infinite. There's a rule in the comp that says if an infinite want to do anything, stop it.
Oh, there you go.
Because
Simple enough.
Yeah,
Shut
'cause
that down.
who was it? I think it was Mr. Fantastic. one of the deep cuts ones, if someone got knocked back into him, he can knock them back. So if you had like two of them right next to each other, you could just make a knockback chain. It wouldn't do anything, but you could, in theory, just infinitely knock a character back and hold the game hostage. But when I asked a judge about it, they said there is a section in the rulebook that you can't do pointless infinites. Which, I mean, that's probably a good rule.
It's fair
I
enough.
like that rule.
Guys, what are our final thoughts now that we've seen a little bit of previews from DC Time Masters, as I need to get going?
I'm going to buy the set either way. So, big dinosaurs.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
I've already got a Bricker case pre-ordered from the WizKids website with the extra Colossal booster. I'm ready.
Batman in the set, dinosaur Batman in the set. I'm a simple man. I like it.
Right on.
All right.
It was great having you here, Calder. We get you have to go, so have fun, and we'll talk to you later, Calder.
Yep. Gentlemen, thank you guys so much. I've loved being a weekly listener of the Heroclix Syndicate. It's instantly become one of my favorite Heroclix podcasts to listen to while I'm out and about or just sitting down at home. So thank you guys so much for having me on. I'll catch you later. Like always, happy trails.